me why you're crying, how can it be, girl? When you gave me something I don't really feel, but you knew that already. When I found you on the ground in the dark, now you come into my yard uninvited. When you see me on the air and all,
Got it.
if the world was dead, would you cry or would you try to get? Tell me now, now I need you to declare. Tell me now, I need you to be clear. Yeah. I won't wait for you. I won't wait for you. I won't wait for you.
I don't even have my nails painted.
It's okay. I never have my nails.
Really?
No.
That's why I love you. You're a natural beauty. You're not even wearing makeup, are you?
Lazy, dude.
You're not wearing makeup. And you're so gorgeous.
Aw, thank you.
Jesus.
Thank you.
You kind of remind me of.
Stop being a diva, she said. $6.50.
Not the tentacles.
Not the tentacles.
Not the tentacles.
Oh,
what a comment. The tentacles make me gassy.
The reflection is so cute.
Oh.
Here, use this.
Oh wow, it ain't really.
It is.
Good morning, everyone. It is currently 9:43 a.m. I woke up at 6:15 today. I honestly don't even know what I've been doing this whole time. Do some productive things, but I've also just been like really slow moving and not rushing myself. Going to yoga class at 12 today. It's a beginner flow hot yoga and I haven't gone in so long. Like it has to have been at least almost like more than 6 months for sure. So I just need to start back up with beginner again because I feel like I really have lost the flow. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm doing today. Really, it feels like the day is calling me to rest and have fun being inside today, just because it's been really rainy the past few days and I've been living for it, but at the same time I miss the sun. In this video I'll do a thrift haul and I'm also trying to create content more on TikTok and Instagram Reels, but it's taking me some time for sure, and I'm reminding myself to be patient because there is also a lot of other things going on outside from those aspects of my life. I feel very blessed, you know, to retrace my steps, you know, a few years ago during this time. Like, where was I? And I think that's become such an important thing for me to anchor myself. I'm like, no one really applies this pressure aside from me, which is a good thing, but I think sometimes it's a little too overwhelming to where it makes me feel like I can't do anything. Existential crisis almost. Like as if you guys are my diary. That's literally what YouTube is for me. So I'm gonna go get ready and get my day started and stop being lazy. We're gonna do this and we're gonna have a fun day for you guys because I adore you all and I really am so thankful for all of you watching me because I think you guys are cool, you know? Like our energy just reflects back to each other. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye!
What's up? Been a minute since we kicked it, you been caught up with the bitches. I don't get it, you're a starlight. You didn't have to deal with that. I'll never make you feel like that. I love me enough for the both of us. That's why you trust me. I know you've been through more than most of us.
picked up my groceries as well. I just wanted to sit down and kind of just talk about where my headspace has been since 2024 rolled around, and I also wanted to discuss just little ins and outs of 2024 list, and I'll put it up here so you guys can see. As is always has been and probably will never be an out is meditation. And I think everyone always thinks that meditation is just sitting down still, and that is also a part of meditation, of course, but meditation is also whenever you're just in the presence and doing something that fulfills you and not holding on to all these thoughts as you're doing something. Like painting can be a form of meditation, cooking can be a form of meditation. It's really about how you're able to anchor yourself in that moment and not listen to all the thoughts that are going in your head. Another end would be yoga. I've always been a yoga girl, but I fell off my practice for a little bit now, which I'm trying to pick it back up. And I'm also have been studying for a yoga teacher certification, but again, I just was not consistent in these practices, so I felt like I wasn't valid to continue doing these things. But that's also one of my ends and something I'm working on this year. Reading more books that are outside of self-discovery or self-help. I like reading now, at least. Now I like reading books that actually have a story to them. It could be fiction, non-fiction, you know, it could be a memoir. I've just been interested more in like being able to create a visualization in my head that doesn't involve me in my personal life. Conscious shopping would be an in. It's always been in, obviously, would be thrifting or just secondhand shopping. You can't get everything thrifting, which makes sense, but I think if more than half of the time you do, I think it's fair, you know? I'm talking about like clothes and shoes and, you know, like things that are really more of like a tangible. In general, it also just creates less impact on the environment and being conscious about the things that you're purchasing. When you purchase these things, like what are the company's values, you know, where is the profit majority of everything that you're buying going to, you know? I think doing the research is really important. Another, and I would say healing frequency music. I've always been into this forever, but I've never really like had the space to just talk about it until, you know, I started being consistent on the channel. But definitely playing Tibetan bowls when you're meditating, playing it before you're going to sleep, it just does this beautiful thing, at least to my body. I can't speak, you know, for everyone, but whenever I listen to frequency music, I do feel a lot calmer. My mind feels very peaceful, and I feel like I could focus at any task much easier than if I was to play music with lyrics. And not to say that I don't listen to music with lyrics, because I do every single day, you know, like multiple times a day, but I try to carve out time to where I do just listen to healing sounds. Fast fashion is definitely out. To me, at least, in the sense of like getting things for cheaper at a store that I feel like is 9 times out of 10 probably harming the environment, probably has unethical practices. I'm just very big on that, especially because reading more on things, it really does affect the collective consciousness as a whole, and honestly just in general, like human suffering, you know? And I think it's just all connected when it comes to the things that we're buying and what we're choosing to do. So again, just being conscious of what it is that you're embodying and what it is that you have, you know, in your homes, what you're wearing in your closet, all of that. Another out would be trying to force different diets on people. It feels really overwhelming whenever you hear someone constantly saying things about, you know, what it is in foods. And I am very much a conscious eater, but I think there's like a line that is being crossed when it comes to people attacking other people for what they're eating. I completely get when things are very unhealthy and like we shouldn't be eating certain things, but I think, you know, saying that one form is more right than the other. So I think it's just something that needs to be taken very lightly and not put so much pressure, because also people struggle with body dysmorphia, people struggle with their own eating habits and eating disorders. You know, it's something that is important that I think a lot of people are not aware of. Another out would be letting myself, at least for me personally, letting myself sit in guilt or shame or fearfulness, honestly. So when I think of these things, I see it always as a shadow, but now I've come to a point where it's like I do recognize those shadows, but what are ways that I could open up the space for these shadows to feel the love, you know? And before I would always just, I would feel those things for sure, but I would dwell in it a little too long to where it would affect how I would live my life and the choices I was making. Another out would be not wearing blue light glasses whenever I'm on the screen. If you guys don't want eye strain, don't want your vision to get all crooked whenever you get older, I would highly recommend wearing blue light glasses. And I'm saying this because I like to be someone who's always telling people to wear blue light glasses, but I don't even always wear them myself. Unless I'm video editing, I do most of the time just because it's a lot of screen time for sure. Another thing would be comparison on social media and doom scrolling in general. And I've come to the point now in my life, whenever I scroll through Instagram or TikTok, I do question myself in my head, what is it about these videos that fulfill me and what is it that drains me? And I so believe in muting, unfollowing, block if you absolutely need to. I just found that it's one of the worst things you could honestly do for your brain. Like, your brain is probably rotting the more time is going by, and it's so much overstimulation. And I would say to get away from it, a quick dopamine release, so your brain and you in general are addicted to it. Like, social media is addicting, like, it's very true. It's just like anything else. And I've definitely done the practices of not getting on social media the first part of my morning, like at least an hour. Give yourself an hour and just don't go on any social platforms. You can go on your phone. Like, I go on my phone whenever I wake up because I do an app called Insight Timer to do my meditations. But I try to stray away from anything that would just overwhelm me, like first thing in the morning, which happens to be social media. So yeah, just finding different practices that stray you away from that, because eventually you're gonna find yourself not feeling fulfilled in your life, you know? And then my last out is going to be, what is my last out? Not speaking boundaries. But boundaries are so important, and it's with everyone in your life. And we grew up in such a society where boundaries didn't even feel like they existed, because even if we felt like we spoke something, we might have not said it in the most confident way, or even to the person that you're saying it to, if they're even listening. And making time to establish boundaries with someone, and even establishing boundaries with yourself. Something I do that really helps is I write a lot in my journal of what I'm feeling or what I'm like seeing, as well as the thoughts that are going in my head. And when I feel like a boundary is crossed, I really do take the time and give myself the space to process what it is that felt like triggered me, or what boundary can I place here. And whether it's with a person or yourself, you do feel a lot more empowered when you are able to speak your boundaries, and overall just contributes to your confidence and even just like socially how you interact with other people. That's all I have today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that you were able to take some things from it and feel peaceful within yourself after hearing these things, if you can relate. Please also, I need you guys to comment any kind of content that you would like from me. Like, I'm kind of feel like I'm in a limbo of not knowing what to post next, getting tired of the vlogs being repetitive in the way of like a day in my life. I'm gonna start editing now, so I will see you guys either tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point, I'm sure. Hey guys, before I ended the vlog, I wanted to show you guys my haircut. Before moment, it's almost like down to, it's very close to my waist. The ends are starting to get really dry, and actually my appointment is in 4 minutes, so I should be walking in. So when I come back, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. You just feel this sense of nostalgia for a new slate. I'm excited. I can't wait to show you guys. And this is the final look for my hair. I just did 3 inches off and I had her do a blowout. That was really all I did. It's not anything crazy, but I feel like I just needed to shed all of the old energy off, like I said. But I wanted to end the vlog here with my final haircut so you guys could see. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you being here and tuning in. Please comment on what are some other forms of content you'd like to see from me.